Hi guys, my name is Marvin Feliciano, Human Anatomy and Physiology teacher. Today I'm going to discuss the genetic disorders or genetic diseases. Pero pasimplihin lang natin. When we say genetic disorders, it is caused by mutation. So meron daw pagbabago sa DNA molecule. So pwede in the form of deletion, insertion, or substitution. Dito sa figure nito guys, pinapakita ko kung paano nag-undergo yung insertion. So sa insertion guys, nagkaroon ng additional na base pair. So, kapag nagkaroon ng additional na ganun, magkakaroon ng changes sa genetic code. So, magkakaroon ng mutation. Another is what we call as the deletion. So, doon sa base pairing na meron na existed doon sa genes, ay may nabubura. So, kapag may nabura, may na-delete, magkakaroon ng genetic disorder. And last is what we call as the substitution. Doon sa substitution, instead na ito yung correct base pair na tama, let's say adenine and thymine, guanine, cytosine, so they are the correct base pair. Ang nangyari sa substitution, nagkaroon ng pagbabago or pagkakaroon ng maling partner. Kaya nagkaroon ng mutation. So yun yung tatlong dahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon ng genetic mutations. And with that changes in genetic mutation, nagkakaroon tuloy ng genetic disorder. Right? So with that guys, let's also talk about the two types of mutation. So we have what we call as a germline and somatic mutation. So, in germline, tatandaan nyo lang, when we say germline, we are talking about sperm cell or egg cell. So, sa germline mutation daw, either sa sperm cell or egg cell yung affected or merong mutated na gene. So, ang mangyayari dito guys, if it is germline mutation, let's say, nagkaroon ng sexual activity yung mag-partner, let's say mother and father, so, may fertilization ng naganap, nabuo na yung zygote, yung embryo, yung fetus, hanggang sa nagkaroon na ng baby, right? So yung baby ngayon na to ay magke-carry na siya ng mutation. Bakit? Kasi affected yung germline na either galing sa nanay or sa tatay kasi meron nga itong mutation. So if it is germline mutation, mapapasa ito sa offspring or sa magiging anak. Next, followed by that is the somatic mutation. So when we talk about somatic mutation, tatandaan nyo lang, it means body or body cells. Hindi natin pinag-uusapan dito ang sperm cell or egg cell kasi kapag sperm at egg, ano ulit yun? That is a germline mutation. Sa somatic mutation, ang affected na cells ay yung body cells. Okay? So, ang somatic mutation ay hindi natatransfer sa magiging offspring. Why? Because the sperm cell and egg cell, both cells are not carrying mutation. If they carry mutation, that's germline. Yun yung mapapasa. But if it is somatic mutation, hindi siya mapapasa. Kasi na-develop lang yung mutation na yun sa mismong body cells. Yun yung pinagkaiba ng dalawang mutation. Right, now that we already know the basic introduction about the genetic disorders, mas mahalagang malaman natin kung ano yung mismong specific target na chromosomes na affected, na nag-cause ng genetic disorders. So ito yun. In the karyotyping, dito sa figure na to, makikita natin na there are numbers 1 to 23 chromosomes. So it can be found of course in the sperm cell, and it can be found only in the sperm cell because each cell is considered as haploid. Haploid, meron tinataglay na 23 number of chromosomes. So same lang yan ang number. So, yung numbers 1 to 22 na chromosomes, ang tawag natin doon ay autosomes. And then, yung chromosome number 23, ang tawag naman natin doon ay sex chromosome. And if it is number 23, ang kinaibahan niyan, siya na yung nagdidictate ng pinaka-gender if it's either XY or XX. So if the chromosome is XY, that means the child is male. If the chromosome is XX, that means that the child is a female. So with that guys, I created a table kung paano natin mas madali maiintindihan yung mga some examples lang ng mga genetic disorders at kung ano yung affected na chromosome at kung ano yung specific na affected na gene. So let's talk about that. We have the diseases. So I mentioned 6 diseases. The affected chromosome, the affected gene. So each chromosome dapat meron dong specific na tinatamaan na gene. So hindi lang pwedeng yung chromosome lang. Dapat alam nyo rin yung gene. And if they are either autosomal recessive or autosomal dominant. So simulan natin sa number 1, Huntington disease. Huntington disease, ang affected dyan ay chromosome number 4. So therefore, ito ay autosome. Affected yung number 4. And yung pinaka-affected gene ay yung mismong HTT gene. And dito, considered si Huntington disease as autosomal dominant. Alright? Another example, this is Marfan syndrome. Ang affected na chromosome ay chromosome number 15, which is the autosome. And ang kanyang affected gene ay FBN1 gene. At considered siya as autosomal dominant. So pareho siya ni Huntington at Marfan. Next is what we call as the cystic fibrosis. So ang affected chromosome ay autosome number 7. And affected gene ay CFTR gene, pero ang kaibahan nito, hindi na siya dominant, siya ay recessive. Next, we have the sickle cell anemia. Ang affected ay chromosome number 11. HBB gene, yung specific gene na affected, at siya ay also considered as recessive, autosomal recessive, kagaya ng cystic fibrosis. Alright. Next, we have the DMD or Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Ang affected niya ay chromosome number 23. So, ito ay sex chromosome. Pero, remember, hinighlight na X-linked. Bakit siya tinawag na X-linked? Dahil sa chromosome number 23, meron nga doon nakadictate, di ba? X or Y. So, kapag XY, automatic male. Kapag XX, automatic female. So, since ito ay X-linked, it's either affected si male or affected si female. Alright. So, chromosome number 23, so X-linked. So, ang affected na gene niya ay DMD gene. So, si hemophilia, also a chromosome or X-linked disorder, chromosome number 23 yung affected, at yung kanyang specific gene na tinarget or affected ay, it's either if it is hemophilia A, F8 gene yung affected, or hemophilia B, F9 gene yung affected. So, let me just try to clarify this. If we want to identify what type of genetic disorder or genetic disease, we have to know kung ano yung pinaka-affected chromosome, if it is autosomes, or if it is sex-linked or X-linked chromosomes. And if we already know the chromosome, we must identify specifically kung ano yung affected gene. Kasi, let's say, ito yung pinaka-chromosome, no? Dito sa part na to, ito yung affected, pwedeng yun yung tinuturo niya. Let's say, pwedeng yun yung HTT gene or CFTR gene, or pwedeng ito. Because each location in the chromosome, meron siyang specific na target na gene. So dito, binanggit kung ano yung affected na gene. Sir, ano naman yung autosomal recessive? Ano naman yung autosomal dominant? Magkakaroon tayo ng separate discussion dyan. At doon sa discussion na yon, papaliwanag natin kung paano o yung probability na chance na maipasa yung ganitong disorder doon sa magiging anak ng magulang. Alright? I hope that you learned something today about the introduction or basic information about the genetic disorder. Thank you so much and God bless.